evening. It's about 2 minutes after 6 o'clock, and I'd like to welcome us all to our first Wednesday of the month, 6 p.m. meeting. Thank you all for being with us virtually, and those that are here. So it looks like a great show tonight. Tonight, moment of silence. We're going to start the meeting with the moment of silence, and let's think about. There's so much to think about. I don't even want to go there, but let's think about the suffering in the world around us. And then after we have our moment of silence, we will stand pledge. You may stay seated, and I'll ask you to pass. Moment of silence for all. Now please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Let's start our meeting first with public comment for agenda items only. Anything in the chat area? No? Anything from the floor? Okay, thank you. Old business. So I'm going to break these into the two pieces because they're two different things. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the 3/16/2022 Commissioners meeting?
So moved. Second.
First, second. Any discussion? Questions? Hearing none, seeing none. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the second part of old business, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the Act 167 public hearing held on 3/16/2022?
So moved. Second.
Discussion, questions?
What was the act for public hearing?
We can give you a copy of the minutes, and it
Oh, I
should,
have a copy, isn't
okay.
it?
It should be in
All
there.
right.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Discussion? Hearing none, seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, proclamations and certificates. We are going to start this evening with introducing our Executive Director of Women's Resources, Lauren Peterson. And we are honored tonight that one of our board members that's on your board is present to give you the proclamation as well. And that would be Commissioner Christie.
Low and high place. I'm trying to keep your comments to 20 minutes or so.
Oh, really? 25 maybe? Come on, John.
We've got the county detective here. You want to be detecting other things.
Oh.
Whereas sexual assault affects every person in Monroe County as a victim, survivor, or as a family member, friend, neighbor, or coworker of a victim or survivor. And whereas on the first half of the fiscal year 2021, over 50 adult, teen, and child survivors of sexual violence have received hundreds of hours of counseling through Women's Resources. Yet we know that many sexual violence survivors never come forward. And whereas it is crucial to increase public awareness of sexual violence in many forms, to educate the community about the vital need of the involvement in efforts to reduce violence, to increase support for all agencies providing sexual assault violence services. And whereas members of our community are urged to support, assist in any way possible to advance a society where all children, women, and men can live in peace from violence and exploitation. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Monroe County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim the month of April 2022 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Monroe County, and further commends all who work towards eliminating sexual violence in our county.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, members of the community. Given the vaccine, I apologize. Women's Resources has been providing services completely free of charge and confidential to the survivors and victims of domestic and sexual violence for over 40 years here in Monroe County. Much longer than I've been here, I know that the county and especially the commissioners has always recognized Sexual Assault Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And while it may seem sometimes trite to do so, it's important for us to have these awareness months, to have these discussions, because the more that we have opportunities to discuss sexual violence, to support survivors, to show our solidarity with survivors, the more that we can bring sexual and domestic violence out of the darkness and into the light, and show survivors that maybe are hiding still in the darkness, afraid to come forward, or even unaware that they are victims themselves, to encourage them to come forward, to show them that there are people here who care, people here who can support you. Women's Resources has trained counselor advocates working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing these crucial services to our county. Just last year alone, we saw over 2,000 hotline calls on our hotline, and that was an unprecedented amount that we've ever seen in any previous year before us. So, and we're only going to see that grow as we continue to see many more survivors come out of the shadows and into the light. So I thank you, the commissioners, I thank the county, thank the community for your continued support, especially over these last 2 years. Every time we had a need, there was someone who provided, whether it was masks, cleaning supplies, food, clothing, funding. When we said that we needed, it was provided. So we're very lucky to be living and working in Monroe County, and we very much thank you for your continued support. On next Thursday is our annual Take Back the Night March. It'll be starting from Dansbury Depot at 5:30, and then the march will start promptly at 6, marching up through into East Stroudsburg University. So we encourage the community to come out, show your solidarity, show your support, march to shatter the silence and end the violence. So thank you very much.
What other
You always
activities?
have
Because I don't get a chance to talk at home. What other activity might be coming up?
Like the end of April, like.
Oh.
23rd?
You mean the big one, right? Yes. So we do also have our annual Black and White Gala. Well, kind of annual. We didn't have it the last 2 years. On April 23rd at Kalahari, you can purchase tickets on our website, wrmonroe.org. And it is a really fantastic event. We have a live party band, 12-piece party band coming out. Kalahari has a fantastic menu set up for us. It's just going to be a wonderful night. We're focusing on a year of resilience, showing that even after all of these terrible months of quarantining, social distancing, canceled events, canceled weddings, canceled get-togethers, that we came out stronger. We showed the support for each other, as well as mirroring the resiliency of our survivors that we serve at Women's Resources. And after so many long years of what they've suffered, showing the resiliency to come back and move forward in a life free from violence.
Before you sit down, I want to make sure that we thank not only you, but your staff and all the volunteers that work with you.
And we do have a volunteer here in the audience, is our dear Jane Gagliardo. We call her Mama Jane, who keeps us very well fed. She's been on our hotline as a volunteer for many years now, and we so appreciate our volunteers. Volunteers are the backbone of our agency. It's how Women's Resources started. It's how we're able to continue to do the great work that we do. So if you're interested in becoming a volunteer, you can also check out all the opportunities on our website. We train you, we support you. You can help out on our hotline. You can help out in a number of other ways.
Thank you, Debbie. Also, do I hear a motion to accept the proclamation?
Yes.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it's done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, second on our list, it's also Fair Housing Month, and we have with us Martha Robbins. Martha, if you come up, please. She's our executive director of the Monroe County Redevelopment Authority, and I'm gonna.
I know I don't have to tell you to limit it to 20.
Okay.
Martha, you got to talk for longer than 90 seconds.
So thank you, Stan. So Fair Housing Awareness Month. Whereas the month of April is recognized as Fair Housing Month in celebration of the passage of Fair Housing Act of 1968. And whereas the Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination, again, based on race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familiar status, and national origin. And whereas the act provides equal housing opportunity for all Americans regardless of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, as well to ensure fair practice in the sale, rental, or financing of property. And whereas the Fair Housing Amendments Act seeks to provide equal housing opportunities to affirmatively further housing choices, to eliminate legal barriers to equal housing, and to emphasize equal housing as a fundamental human right for all. And whereas economic stability, community health, and human relations in communities are improved by diversity and integration. And whereas Monroe County is committed to fair housing and promotes services and activities provided by private and public entities for equal housing opportunities for all residents and prospective residents. And whereas Monroe County fully supports the intent and purpose of the Federal Fair Housing Act, local fair housing laws, and follows policies and practices in order to achieve its goals. Now, therefore, be it resolved that in the shared goal and responsibility of providing equal housing opportunities for all men and women, Monroe County does hereby join in the national celebration by proclaiming April 2022 as Fair Housing Awareness Month, and encourages all agencies, institutions, and individuals, public and private, in Monroe County to abide by the letter and the spirit of the Fair Housing Law. Signed this 6th day, April 2022. Here you go. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, as Monroe County is the recipient of the Community Development Block Grant, Solution Grant, one of the requirements was being committed to the fair housing. One of the requirements for the programs is to hold a fair housing activity on an annual basis. In the past, we have done resource fairs. We have worked with realtors and lenders in workshops. Made sure that the fair housing was part of the county's affordable housing study back in 2015. And also, we have done a reading session with Head Start preschool and allowed them to do some coloring pages. I did color.
Colorblind.
It is, you know, and Monroe County is, you know, committed to.
Thank you very much. And before you sit down, let's wait your motion.
The motion.
Yeah,
And a
second.
second, first and second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Now it's official.
It's official. All right. Thank you. Okay, we have 2 certificates tonight. We have 2 Eagle Scouts coming up, and we found that now that COVID's over and folks are going out and the kids are able to do their jobs and do their projects, we're having more Eagle Scouts, which I was honored to go to one last weekend. It was very, it's amazing what these young men do. So we'd like to honor Brandon LaReggie, and I have that correct. I double checked on that, and Nicholas Anthony Chirunzo, both as Eagle Scouts. During your motion.
I move that we provide the appropriate proclamation.
Second.
So we have first and a second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, new business. Move on to personnel on the agenda. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 1, items A and B.
So moved.
Second.
We have first and second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number 2, electronic financial transactions, ratified. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 2, items A through C?
So moved.
Second.
First, maybe second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Number 3, travel authorizations to approve and ratify. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 3, items A and B?
So moved.
I'll second.
We have first and second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number 4, Agency on Aging. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 4, item A? And that's to reappoint, since it's only one, Judith Washington to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Board, and we thank her for her volunteer work.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
We have a first and second. Any discussions or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5, Children Youth Services. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 5, items A and B.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Commissioner's Office. Okay, motion, and this is item number 6. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 6, items A through O.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and we have a second. Any discussion or questions?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. There is a service enhancement with Avenue Insights, our IT department.
Which
They-
number is that? Or letter C?
C.
Okay, letter C.
This is to bring on some additional people to work for a period of time through 12/31/2023. So we pay for the American Rescue Plan grant monies. These people, for the most part, are helping to bolster our IT security. That is extremely, as we find more and more every day. I think there were 65,000 attempts last month to get into our network. And so what we have to do is bolster our security. That's just 1 month. The other one is D. We have an older system, an old IBM system, which we were very lucky to find someone to come in and service that computer system, which was extremely gratifying, because if not, I don't know what we would do. J is the ERAP. You can see the additional monies. First amendment sub-recipient contracts to Family Promise and the Pocono United Way, totaling over $1.3 million. That's all. Well, that's your bailiwick.
Yeah, you go for it.
H just simply deals with change orders that we get for the construction of the courthouse. You see that construction is well underway. We've budgeted right around $70 million for that construction from start to finish. And obviously, you attempt to pick up all the things that would create problems before you sign the agreements. However, change orders inevitably pop up. These are 2 that total a little bit over $100,000. And thus far, we've been somewhat pleasantly surprised with the magnitude of change orders. We've provided somewhere around $5 million for change orders from start to finish, and we've expended or have approved expenditures of less than $1 million so far. And we are told that once you get out of the ground where nobody is exactly sure what's in the ground, regardless of how much probing you do, the number of work orders should diminish. So we're hopeful that we'll come in well under the $5 million that we've provided.
The other one is M, which is
Yeah, I was thinking.
is that the county owns 2 dams, the Lever Branch Dam and the Goose Pond Dam in Paradise. That is the amount of money for them to do their inspections, their annual inspections, that are done every year. We are also on the list of the Department of Agriculture to get grant monies to improve those dams in the future.
I was
They're
gonna-
considered high hazard dams.
Thank you, John. I was going to do N, which is the approval of the Community Services Block Grant, CSBG, where direct services, individual organizations are getting some money they apply for. They have to show the need. They have to go through the whole process. And we're really honored to be able to have that money to give to them. Any other discussion?
One will show you the additional people that are receiving money from the ERAP program.
Okay, so we, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Okay. Number 7, redevelopment authority in Monroe County. Your motion to approve the actions listed in number 7, item A.
So moved.
Second.
And first and second, any discussion, questions?
The reason is that they're asking to demolish 2 structures in Chestnut Hill Township, and normally you only get to demolish 1 per year. Is that correct, Martha?
Any other discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Number 8. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 8, item A.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Monroe County Career Link, item 9. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 9, item A.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion or any questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Number 10. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 10, capital outlay purchases, item A.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Number 11, computer capital purchases. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 11, items A and B.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion?
Yeah, predominantly about $65,000, $71,000 is the purchase of laptops. Actually, the books, what are they? I carry one around. What we found is that we're moving away from desktops and going to laptops, because we learned through COVID that you have to have the ability to work from home if needed. So we're moving away from the desktops to the laptop.
And they're also, you can take them to meetings and have your backup right in front of you. And it's so much easier than bringing it all out all the time. Okay, any discussion? Okay, hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Any miscellaneous?
Not from this quarter.
How about public comment? Anything, chat box or anything? Okay. Anything
Not a
from-
motion to adjourn.
Okay, we are. Thank you very much, and thank you all for coming.